while I finish off my smoke break. You know what I'm saying? I try and catch y'all during my smoke breaks, but I've been hammering away at work today. Pastor Timothy, he and I had a little bit of a misconfusion, miscommunication. So we're gonna be having them back next Friday, and we'll be back to the races on that. But man, what did y'all think about that dang on debate last night? Everybody, mama talking about it. I tell you, I didn't really watch the debate. I turned it on. I looked at Trump. I looked at Sleepy. And I looked at Trump. And I looked at Sleepy. Then I looked into Sleepy's eyes. And I saw his pupils was dilated. And I said, oh, man. I said, oh, Lord, Sleepy is on them drugs. I said, Sleepy on them drugs, man. And I told y'all in my video, I said they're going to have to pump Sleepy in with up with so much stuff is ridiculous. And then I started to feel sorry for Sleepy, and I turned it off because I don't want to feel sorry for him. That's the same man that passed the laws that sent half of the male population into prison. That's the same man that called black people super predators and everything else. But Sleepy was high as a kite, so I turned it off. Because at the end of the day, whether you like Sleepy or not, that was an embarrassment for the nation. But it had to happen. It really did have to happen the way it happened. So um, I see people celebrating. It ain't nothing to celebrate, homie. Like, that's embarrassing. I mean, it's embarrassing. But there's people who don't pay attention to politics and don't pay attention to what's going on, and they only watch sound bites, and so they had to see that for themselves. It's unfortunate people had to see it for themselves. And so that's what that was. Um, and what worries me is there's a candidate that homie is dope. I mean, he really is dope, but I think he's a part of the World Economic Forum. If that dude pop up on the scene, America got a problem. I mean, America has a problem if homeboy pop up on the scene. He dope. I mean, smooth operator. You ain't seen him yet because he ain't really got a big following. But that boy is dope. I got to give it to him. Smooth. I don't think they're going to try and roll him into this fight right now. It would be stupid too, but boy, could they. And homie is dope. I got to give it to him. I don't trust him as far as I could throw him, but he's dope. Nonetheless, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. We'll see exactly what happens. Outside of that, you guys got another UFO disclosure video popping off at 6 p.m. That video is going to be talking about the aliens and angels from the Harvard, same guys who wrote the Harvard report, just digging deeper into their documents that they've already written. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it really is awesome. So that's at 6. Tomorrow, you get hit with a whole bunch of videos. Tonight, I'm going to go back to streaming again. We're going to hit out with our story streams tonight. I had laid off it for a while because the old algorithm was being slightly mean to me. Yeah, there's more buying trouble. I got more of that for you too. Just get my feet back under me. We're about to get rolling and handling business. I should be smooth for about a week, and then I go to another event on the 7th or the 8th. And so I'll be back out of pocket. I'm going to try and do everything before I got to get out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit hard to like balance it all. I think I'm going to take y'all to this actual event and bring you inside. Hopefully y'all enjoying the content. There's another Dogman video that popped out. I think that was Saturday. Sunday it popped out. That somebody sent me. Real dog, man. That was awesome. Um, and that's about it, bro. So we got, I'm gonna tell you, circling back to the debate, and I think I'm just gonna keep talking about it. The thing that gets me when it comes to politics, and just in general, is it's really it's a game of messaging. Who has the better message and whose message can resonate. But the problem that we ran into here in America is that, unfortunately, we have news that just lies. We have a media that just they will not tell the truth about anything. And since they won't tell the truth about anything, it makes everybody, it leaves everybody open to destruction. And the craziest thing, including them and their families. I mean, think about it. Have you seen on the news anything in American news about the bombing in Crimea? Anything? Well, they don't have enough time to get you to roll out a new candidate, but they can roll out anybody that already has name recognition. So you can't roll a new person out, but someone with name recognition you can roll out immediately. Then you can piggyback that name recognition with somebody who's new and roll them into the forefront. So you can do it. You can do it relatively quickly. But that's going to be a whole war that's going to break out because it's all about power and money and power. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about messaging at the end of the day and how you can get that message to resound to people. And in our case, the messaging is done by the fifth estate, which is the news media, and they just liars, bro. It's horrific how they lie. It really is lies by omission too. You know what I'm saying? They just omit telling people stuff. Now, a couple of years ago, they just flat out lied. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to politics, has been lies by omission, just not telling the truth. When we were dealing with the boop bop bing sticking your arm, it was just flat out lies. I mean, flat out lies. And so it's actually a very scary time in this nation, man. It's a very scary time in this nation. And what I won't put past what we call the deep state is they are truly wicked people. So they will crack somebody's head open to try and get sympathy, to swing a narrative, to do whatever they're going to do whatever they need to do. They're not going to sit back and just take a butt whooping. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do whatever needs to be done. That's the scary thing about these people. These people. That's the scary thing about them. The Hawk Tour meme has taken over the internet. So much so that someone hijacked the meme and made a song called Octua. It's Oukta. And did a rap song about it, which is crazy. It just goes to show you how messed up our society is in general. But it's one of them plays, man, where you gotta be up on your game. Us natives have had enough of Joe's lies. I hear you, Carrie. You know, it really begs the question. Think about it. If what you saw on TV last night is the reality of that man, then who actually is making the decisions? That's the thing that gets me about that situation. So, like right now, the whole world is like focused on Joe, on that old man, while they was committing elder abuse. It's clear that man ain't made no damn decisions. So whoever behind the scenes, or whoever it was that was pulling the strings behind the scenes, they still chilling. They got a nice little shield up. You know what I'm saying? They nice and protected. That's who everybody need to figure out who's behind the scenes. I think I know who's behind the scenes. But that's the person that needs to get mollywop. Not the puppet master. That's the problem. The puppet master is the problem. Ooh, BB Texas hitting a nail on the head. I think it's a committee. I don't think it's just two people. I think it's an entire committee, an entire planning committee. Because when you look at it, there's different agendas that were being rolled out. For example, the war agendas, right? That were being rolled out. The depopulation agendas. When you get hit with all those things at once, you see that I think it was government by committee. And people doing backroom deals. Okay, we'll let you do this, but we gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? You can't forget the old Mena, Arkansas crew. They back there hanging out in the background. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. There's a whole lot going on out here in these streets. What? They lie, always lie. I don't watch TV or news. No, I don't. Yeah, they always lie. And that's the craziest thing. I think you had all kind of special interests in there lobbying for what they wanted and doing deals to get what they wanted. I mean, who benefits from the people in Ukraine just dying en masse against Russia? A lot of people benefit. Everybody that sold a weapon benefits. Everybody that loaned us money benefits. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who benefit. You know that Scary Hawk Tour video with that thing that was all curvy and shapy? That's like that thing, that video, that picture's fourth time making rounds on the internet. It's the fourth time it's made rounds on the internet. So, and I find it funny because I think I posted it 3 or 4, maybe 3 times out of 4. And the responses are always the same. Get the people who say it's fake. Get the people who say, why are you talking gibberish? Talk gibberish because all you're going to do is say it's fake. It don't matter what I say. You know what I'm saying? When you're going to say it's fake, you're going to believe what your eyes tell you. And you're going to go with your opinion. So it's like, man, whatever. It don't matter if I say it's real or not. So I don't even sit there and contest real or fake anymore. It's dumb. Especially when you got money being spent to label things as fake. You clearly see the marketing to label things as fake. It don't make no sense. They be on their mind. Make up your own damn mind. Back to the debate. And it's that was a perfect example of letting your enemy destroy themselves. Just sit there and let the man talk. That's all need to be done. Just let him talk. I have a question. Everything, man, I've been seeing weird. I think just started before lockdown, but the last 4 to 5 years. Yeah, a lot of people been seeing weird stuff. I mean, everywhere. There's an endless supply of people who've encountered weird, crazy beings recently. I mean, I get messages all the time and voicemails of people talking about the crazy, weird things they've seen. But when you start to classify them, majority of the stuff falls into the realm of demonic. I mean, it is what it is. Then people want to argue whether it's interdimensional, interterrestrial, extraterrestrial, blah, 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 blah. My philosophy is this. If me and you sitting in my car right now and out this door across the street walks what looks like a, I don't know, 11-foot tall alien with tentacles, with a gray body and a bobble head and black eyes. That's a damn monster. And that's what you and I gonna view it as. And either we're gonna view it as a threat and we're gonna run, or we're gonna do something about it. They're all monsters. You know what I'm saying? And what it boiled down to. Where they come from, how they get here, is all damn monsters. The rest of it is chopping it up and dicing it up and categorizing it so it can be monetized. And that's what the rest of it boils down to. But it's all monsters, man. It's all monsters. All the things that go bump in the night, all the creepy, scary, crawly things, is what it is. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. What matters more than anything, what truly matters more than anything, is how you deal with that. How you defend yourself against it. You know what I'm saying? You can call them whatever you want. Archons, fallen angels, demons. And you can talk about I read the Emerald Tablets of Wrath. And it don't matter what you call it. No matter where you think it came from. At the end of the day, when the rubber meets the road and it's in your living room, or it's in your house, or it's outside your car, how you gonna deal with it? And that's just the honest to God truth. That is the honest to God truth. You know what I'm saying? And I've said it 1,000 times. I had people, DW, why you don't cover the Nephilim? I mean, you can't cover the Nephilim agenda or the fallen angel agenda without covering why they did what they did. People don't want to cover that. That's going to have to do with Jesus, and nobody want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that part. But they want to dive deep into the religion of fallen angels and demons. Yeah, I know everything there is to know about the Nephilim, about the giants, about Antarctica, underground civilizations. You do. Sure do. Meanwhile, you can't sleep at night because you're getting your ass touched on. Start pulling your covers at night in the bed. Man, if y'all knew what a lot of the YouTube content creators was going through, you wouldn't even turn on half this stuff to watch it. Especially the people who deal with those topics and issues. You'd be like, man, I'm not listening to nothing you got to say. You can't stop yourself from being molested in your sleep. And you trying to tell me something? Then if you knew about the other half of them, and that were magic practitioners, and if you understood that spirits travel on sound, so as you're listening to them, that spirit is traveling to you, the same spirit that they're in partnership with, then you'd be like, I ain't listening to this son bitch at all. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a dumb old guy from New Orleans, Louisiana. I don't know nothing. Down here, we catch crawfish with our bare hands and wrestle alligators. I don't know nothing. None at all. But that's the honest to God truth. That's like the people who really touch on true crime. Their whole channel is based on true crime. Think about it. If blood speaks, right? Cain and Abel in the Bible. Cain kills his brother. Abel blood speaks out, and it testifies against him. And then you monetizing that same blood. What you think that blood got to say about you? What do you think that blood's saying about you? That's making money off of it. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Nobody won't keep it real. Nobody wants to keep it real. Somebody said Joe Biden won't say the words God. I don't know. I have never really paid attention to it, but I wouldn't put it past him. Whew, excuse me. Man, you do not need to be pulling up on people real slow like that, homie. Send it out like that with them dreadlocks in your head. But yeah, man, that's the stuff that nobody wants to run. Nobody want to talk about. Nobody want to run it. That's just like nobody really focused on after the debate last night. Like that poor man couldn't walk down some damn steps. You know what I'm saying? That was horrific. The clips I saw that were absolutely horrific, man. And I'm telling you, it make you feel sorry for the dude, even though he the puppet, and he had to agree to be the puppet in some way, shape, or form. Then they make you feel sorry for the man. It's real simple. If you got a problem with things messing with you, give Jesus a try. Hold on, let me see if I can get this to light. Feeling all right, getting good grades. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. I moved down from where I was. So y'all shouldn't hear that generator noise that you were hearing. Because people are like, what is that noise? What is that noise in here in the background? Oh my God, what is that noise? Probably could hear it less than you would normally hear it. I did it for a couple of days in a row just to aggravate the hell out of people. To troll people. Wow. Something's not right with you, kid. What up, Money Mayweather? My sister said no sympathy for the meat bag. I'm with you, but it's one of them things, man. It's one of them things. If you got any kind of heart, you feel sorry for seeing a man like that. This was the last little bits of a Gurkha Revenge, if I'm not mistaken, cigar. If I'm not mistaken, it was Gurkha Revenge. Or I had a Gurkha Payback. It might have been Payback. Payback is the white label, so it was a Gurkha Payback. In fact, there's a label right there. Yeah, it's a Gurkha Payback. I'll be hitting. I'll be releasing some more shorts, some more funny shorts again. I'll probably hit a couple of political shorts real quick, just because there's enough stuff to make fun of. But then I'll hit the alien trading shorts. What I think is funny, to me, it's entertaining. that when I sit there and say that Bigfoot, no, when I say that aliens are abducting skinny leg Latinas, to see the people sit there and say, take it serious. I mean, it's sarcasm, it's dry humor, and to see the people sit there and say, "Oh, you're lying. This." I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? Like, where were you born? Like, well, who dropped you on your head when you was a kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh crap, what time is it? I'm not gonna be able to do nothing. I got a standing 5 o'clock appointment on Fridays. So I only got an hour. What do? We don't break appointments. We do what we do. Steven says, I believe in Bigfoot. I believe in Bigfoot too. I believe that if you go in the wood and you're in the woods and you're a white lady with big legs, especially real big thighs, you go in there with lightly toasted French bread with thin sliced tomatoes on it, and don't add no butter. If you go in the woods by Bigfoot, they're gonna abduct you and do nasty things to you. That's what I believe. So now, if you believe in Bigfoot, and you're a big leg white woman, you ought to be all right. Go out there all you want. But it's still breeding season. So if you're a muscular white male, don't go in the woods because them female Bigfoots snatch you and put something on you, boy. You ain't ready for that snatch that they got. They're gonna work you. They're gonna be like Missy Elliott getting a hold to you. Oh my goodness. Missy Elliott. So just be careful. Going out in the woods looking for the monsters. I'm telling you, they might get you. Oh, and the smell, yeah, boy. You ain't gonna never wash that smell off you. You ain't gonna never wash that smell off you. It's not gonna come off you. You're gonna get back next to your wife. She's gonna be wondering what happened, what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give you some good advice if you're going out in the woods looking for them monsters. And don't think they won't hit you with some infrasound from 100 yards away. Boom, next thing you know, you confused, trying to figure out where you at, what's going on. You know, rip your clothes off. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, that spiritual warfare interview was with Pastor Tim. He'll be back next Friday. We were supposed to be talking about some things today, but we had a miscommunication. So he'll be right back. I'm thinking I'll do a scary story live stream tonight. I'm adding more and more different stories into the stream. And that's what I've been doing, Slick Side, recording other stories that can go into the stream. They're not being released as videos, but they're going into the stream to expand out the stream itself. I'm a big leg black woman. I'm not safe. No, you big leg black woman, you ain't safe at all. And the aliens want y'all. They abducted a whole bunch of y'all from Atlanta. You got problems on your hands. You gotta worry about Bigfoot though. But them aliens freaky, girl. You gotta be mindful. Especially leaving a nightclub. Oh yeah, they'll take you straight up into the spaceship. Now if you're not clubbing, you might be alright. Tilly Love says she's watched everything she could on the website. You know, I got about 5 more videos I need to upload and update to the website. But there's a little bit of work going on with it right now. Because there's an issue with the cancellations that needs to be automated. I'm tired of going in and doing individual cancellations. So I got somebody working on it. That's why I ain't been messing with it. William Gray says, I just caught you on video. What are you speaking about? And what state? I'm speaking about a lot of things. What state you in? I'll tell you something about your state. What state you in? That boy said I go swimming with big legged and die between their legs. Tyler, you a mess. No, I wasn't talking to all y'all. I was talking about the one dude. William Gray, you got the Michigan dog, man. You got the lizard person. In fact, in Michigan right now, there's been a whole bunch of sightings of what they're saying alligators in lakes and rivers. Keyword alligator. They describe the size of this baby alligator, and then they sent out all these damn state troopers, um, Bureau of Land Management, Fish and Game, after a 3 foot long alligator. You want to find something that's going on in your state? Go dig into that. If you really want to find out what's going on in your state, find eyewitnesses in the area, and I promise you that ain't no alligator they talking about at all. You heard me? There's been 3 of them lately, all within a 70-mile radius, 80-mile radius, and they keep on hitting the news. And then you go a state over, you got the Five Finger Lakes. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. State over and down. So I'm state and a half over. It's all right there in the news. That's the funniest thing about cryptids and monsters, and it really ain't truly hidden from you. It plays out right in front of people. They just don't know what the hell they be looking at. I mean, it plays out right there on the news. Nobody knows what they're looking at. Right there in front of you. And the other thing that's truly insane is now people who have access to artificial intelligence that can actually go out and search the entire internet for cryptid encounters based on criteria, and don't nobody do it except for me. If you know the criteria, punch the criteria until you find news stories with these keywords, and all over the place, right there in front of your face. For example, California. If I'm not mistaken, 17 people drowned in, what's the name of that damn lake? Oh my goodness, can't remember the name of the lake. But the 17 people that drowned in the lake over the past 5 years, with 6 or 8 of them drowning in the past 48 months. All of them swimming, drowned. And then the autopsies show that something looks like something grabbed their legs and pulled them underwater. I mean, it's all right there. Oh, wait. Y'all know how to find an autopsy reports, huh? And coroner reports. But the AI got access to all of it. It's all right there in front of you. Research is research. It ain't listening to just what people tell you. Research is actually researching. I don't think it's Lake Lanier. I don't think that's a lake. If I was sitting in front of my computer, I could pull it up and tell you, but I'm not. And so if you use the tools that's available to you, you will know what's going on in your area. One of the ones that came out, and they switched the code words of it, was attacked by wild dogs. Y'all can blame that on Jeff Nadalmi, because Jeff found it. Jeff started exposing attacked by wild dogs. And if you notice, they're not using that terminology, attacked by a pack of wild dogs, anymore. Because Jeff dove deep into that. Y'all don't know who Jeff Nadalmi is. Check him out. It's Jeff Nadalmi, Dogman and Supernatural Encounters. I think it's the name of the channel. He did a deep dive into it, right there, dead smack in the news. Craziest thing was when he started digging into it, there was people who were saying that Jeff was focusing on kids being attacked. It was like this crazy narrative that I was seeing. Like, Jeff Nadalny focuses on he's got a problem with kids. He likes to talk about dead children. I'm like, no, the dude's talking about the news. Like, he's talking about what's in the news. It ain't his fault that all the attacks happen to be on children. It's actually genius that he figured out what the attacks were, or majority of the attacks were on. But it's what's in the news. You know what I'm saying? I think he finally hit the Harvard report as it pertains to cryptids. I'm happy to hear somebody did it. I'm happy he did it because he's got the intelligence to go through it. I told you guys that was one of the most significant documents that came out for the cryptid community. Point blank, period. If you actually took time to read it, one of the most significant documents released. From adding credibility to researchers to validating different hypotheses that we've had. It's very significant as it pertains to the cryptid, UFO, paranormal, supernatural community. And if you dig deeper into the reports that they released and go back with the dates on the things that they've been saying over the past 5 years, you realize that they've been tracking what we say for that period of time and beyond. So the notion of academia not being aware of what researchers find is a lie. They know. In fact, I think they know, and in order for them to even discuss it, they got to hide behind what's been disclosed by people like us. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them plays. If you understand what it is, you understand the lay of the land, then you know what's going on out here in these streets. You dig? I believe in giants, not to be confused with Sasquatch, real giants, man-eating ones. Okay, I mean, Stephen, I don't know why you keep stating what you believe. I mean, is there a reason why you keep stating what you believe? Like, you believe in leprechauns? You believe in giants, you might as well believe in the leprechauns too. You believe in mermaids? If you believe in giants, you might as well believe in mermaids. All of it's real. So I don't understand. I don't understand why you keep stating the obvious around here. It's like walking into a gun range with people shooting guns and say you believe in bullets. You understand what I'm saying? I believe bullets fly when you shoot them. And everybody looking at you like, okay. Go down range. Go stand over there next to that target. I don't understand what you're doing. I'm trying to figure out what you're doing. Quite naturally, if you believe in that, you should believe in everything. That's because Goatman had its run, and it didn't turn out to be extremely popular at all. Because they couldn't get people on board with Goatman. In fact, I'll tell you what. When you get off this stream with me, I want you to type into your phone, Google Trends. I'm going to teach you something. And then I want you to type in the word terrifying and hit search. And scroll down, bottom right-hand side. And I want you to see what topics are hinged to the word terrifying. And then you'll see it says 5 terrifying encounters, 5 terrifying such and such encounters, 5 terrifying camping encounters, terrifying camping stories, right? And then I want you to back up out of that, and I want you to type in scary. I want you to hit search, and I want you to scroll down, look to the right-hand side, and then see what trending for those terms. Then what I want you to realize is this: 90% of your content that's created that people are taking as its matter of fact is because those keywords pay the most money. So therefore, the funniest thing and the craziest thing is about 92% of the content that people consume is driven by money, 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 as it pertains to the paranormal community. Did you just say that, DW? Did you just say that, DW? Did you just go ahead and break it down? Then there's people who get so big that they carry the trend. And whatever they talk about becomes a trend. And the craziest thing about that is those are the channels that's owned and operated by black budget funding. You'll see them, you'll know them. You look at their content creation. It's really not organic. It looks too damn good. You know what I'm saying? It looks movie, TV production good. And we ain't talking about like a What Lurks Beneath or a, what's the guy's name that's the ex-Navy SEAL? Cool dude. Damn it, what's that guy's name? Mr. Ballin. We ain't talking about that level. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about them. We're talking about people getting 25, 35 million views per video. And then if you really look, be like, man, this is a full-on production. They set the trend. They control the algorithm. They dictate the keywords. And that's what everybody gets in line with. I never said Mr. Ballin wasn't a real content creator. I just said Mr. Ballin is not who I'm talking about. That's the point I'm making. You guys got to see it. And it ain't nothing to be mad about. I mean, actually, if you want to get in a trend, you just go follow their trend and you're going to get paid. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, that shit fake. You know what I'm saying? For years, DW, would you put it out as fake? All those is fake encounters, DW. You made those up. Even though I just listened to the person call a live calling show and tell the encounter to you, and then 2 days later you created the encounter, and I listened to both of them. But what you're saying is fake. You's a fraud. But most people not even smart enough to see the real fake. They don't even see the control that's behind the control mechanism. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the real talk right there, bro. No, Sorrow, they ain't listening. They ain't listening. You ain't got to stay away from a channel that has significant subscriber numbers. What you got to do is you just got to understand how the game is played. Understand where the bread is baked. Don't believe me? I do it all the time. Go look at my titles, my videos. Matter of fact, go look at the last one. Hawk Tour, spit on that thing. Hawk Tour, scary Hawk Tour. Hawk Tour, demonic Hawk Tour. Hawk Tour is trending. I throw that on the title. Pew, gone. Now imagine if you go and chunk down to something that's like that. That's very specific. That was just a general meme topic that was taking over the internet. You chunk down to something that's very specific and slide into the lane with that person. You take off like a jet pilot. You dig? It ain't that complicated. It ain't that complicated at all. And I can confidently say this publicly because um, people too lazy to do it anyway. Listen, why somebody messages keep getting held? Oh, that's because he's insulting me, saying that I'm a fool who scams off everyone's content and blah 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 blah. Why you banned him? Could have let him keep talking. I was gonna get him, but I appreciate it. He'll make another account and come back. And here's the funny thing. And this is how dumb Josh is. You dumbass. Josh, you dumbass. We had a debate last night, right? 90% of the content that's on YouTube right now is talking about that debate. Is that scamming off of their content when people making commentary about it? I mean, think about it, guys. So when people make commentary about the debate that was last night, is that scamming? Nope. It's called fair use. But Josh is such a dumbass. Josh, you've been a dumbass for a long time, Josh. You've been just a dumb son bitch that don't understand how the world works. Just not smart at all. Lacking all levels of intelligence. All levels of intelligence. Mm-hmm. That's why they call it social media. That's where the social aspect of it comes in. What does the term social mean? That's why they call it social media. But that just goes to show you. No, Lori, I don't know. If you don't want people making money off what's going on in your house and your dogs, then you probably don't need to be posting that on the internet. The people gonna make money off whatever they can put their hands on, that they can comment on and contribute to. So you can have a dog getting pulled by the tail by a ghost, and they can sit there and start talking about your dog getting pulled by the tail by a ghost. In fact, some of the biggest channels out there, all they do is comment on videos. Some of the biggest channels just sit on the screen and, like he said, sit on a green screen and comment about videos. And they have no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about what they're looking at. They just react to it. So it is what it is. That's the nature of the game. Now, if you don't understand the game and you just an idiot, Josh, then that's you. You just dumb. What I can tell you is I doubt seriously if that guy ever created any content worth anybody watching. Because he don't understand the basics of content creation. That's enough of insulting that man. Um, I'm thinking it's about time for me to go. What time is it? I'm thinking 5. We should meet at 5. So I might have a little bit more time. I might have a few more minutes. I'm gonna stay on here for a solid hour and relax and chill with y'all. So I got about 20 more minutes. Well, damn it, 10 more minutes and 15 seconds. 10 more minutes and 5 seconds. Now exactly 10 minutes. I'll tell you the thing that I really enjoy about content creation is seeing the creativity that people have. Like, man, people are truly creative. I mean, when you get outside of the realm of um, like cryptids, where it's everything is about entitlement, prove to me that something exists and defend whatever it is. When you get outside of that, you really get to see how creative people are. I mean, for example, the event I was at this weekend, that was a hell of a lot of super content creators. I mean, those guys were dope. I mean, I learned a lot from those guys. I mean, super phenomenal content creators. Um, One guy was doing skits. I don't know if I'm going to be in the skit. We recorded me in the skit. I don't know if I'm going to be in the skit. I think I scared him because he wanted me to rob him in the skit. And I was like, bro, you want me to act like a robber? He's like, yeah, I want you to act like a robber. Then when I acted like a robber, he was like, oh shit. I think he really felt afraid. So I don't know if the reaction that he gave me, I don't think he's going to use it. But I mean, those guys are phenomenal content creators. I mean, really, really are awesome content creators. Um, and that's the beautiful thing about YouTube itself. YouTube has its bad side. It really does. Like the censorship and all the rest of that. But from a content creator standpoint, they really do plug you in with people. I mean, they be on their game when it comes to getting plugged in. Do I post on TikTok? I posted probably 20 shorts on TikTok and got tired of uploading them. So I have like maybe 20 on TikTok. Man, we need comedy and mystery combined. That would be awesome. Um, that probably would be awesome, huh? I don't know if, man, I don't know if people can handle like my crazy ass brain. Because I'm telling you, it'll be Scooby Doo looking for Dog Man, Bigfoot, pulling girls out of the back of the van. It'll be Dog Man peeing on people. It'll be crazy stuff, bro. I mean, it'll be insane stuff um, that I would do. It'd probably be more destructive than anything to what is the cryptid community. It definitely wouldn't be a good thing for the community because I'm talking about I would just go ham. And it'll be all based on stuff that I know has happened. Like, for example, Dogman does piss on people's cars quite regularly. And piss on their doorsteps, piss on the roof of their houses, all kind of stuff. I mean, quite regularly. They do pee on people and their assets and the things that they own. You know what I'm saying? Bigfoot does excrete this musty smell from its armpits and its glands that people smell when they're out in the woods. So yeah, it'll probably be insane. It'll probably be absolutely bug bananas and insane. I don't know. I don't know. I toy around with that idea. I'll toy around with that idea. It'll definitely be fun. Mothman spying on women through windows while they're taking showers. You know what I'm saying? It'll definitely be fun. Because Mothman is a perv. If y'all haven't figured that out yet, Mothman is clearly a perv. Go look at all the encounters. It's Mothman looking at a woman through the window. Especially in Chicago. If you live in Chicago and you live in one of them high rises, better get you some damn curtains. Because Mothman is a perv. Go look at Phantoms and Monsters blog with Lon Strickland. Mothman is a perv. By the way, Lon, you down bad. But nonetheless, that's your business. Um, Go look. Countless encounters in Chicago. I mean, absolutely countless encounters. I would definitely want to be Mothman. I don't think I want to be Mothman. Mothman ugly, dog. Like how you? I don't want to be Mothman. I can see you saying you want to have some wings. You know what I'm saying? Take off and fly. But that's why men ain't flying around, bro. Could you imagine the kind of crazy, insane foolishness that would happen around? We going around and people could fly around. It'd be pure insanity out here in these streets. Pure and utter insanity. A bunch of teenagers that could fly. Man, it'll be buck wild. I got a video coming out about you guys got to see this one. I think this one might be dropping at 5 or 6. I'm pretty sure. No, it's 12 tomorrow. It talks about the autonomous cars. Watch this crazy foolishness. So, let's say, who's in the chat? Let's say Melly Elio, right? Melly has an autonomous vehicle, a Tesla. That Tesla has to have logic in it to decide what it's going to do in the case of an accident. So if that Tesla's riding down the street and there's an elderly person crossing the street and a young kid crossing the street, but it can't stop or it's in an accident, it's going to go in that direction, it has to determine who it's going to kill. I don't know if most people even thought about that part of self-driving cars. Or when you're in your Tesla and you turn on the self-driving portion of it, here's the other crazy thing. Melly Elio driving, sitting back, chilling. So, man, I'm tired of driving. I'm going to take my hands off the wheel. I'm going to text on my phone, do what I need to do. As the globalists say, I'm going to increase my productivity by being able to do multiple things at one time while my vehicle's in transit. I'll be able to do work, which that is totally unnecessary. But nonetheless, that's a selling point for these things. And your vehicle has an accident and you kill that old person, or your vehicle kills that old person, guess who go to prison? Melly Elio. You're going inside. You're going to go sit down. You're going to sit down. You're going to go sit down. But you weren't driving the car. But guess what? You own a car. And then all of a sudden, you should have been paying attention. You should have been driving. You might as well drive the damn car. You see what I'm saying? Oh, no, we touch on that in the video. We touch on that in the video. And then when you go look at, they call it the trolley dilemma, is what they call it. It's the trolley dilemma. Based on if there was a trolley car riding and the trolley car was jumping off the tracks, but you could get it back on track. But getting it back on track meant that you would have to kill a person. Let's say going off the track, you would kill a young person. Going back on the track, you would kill an old person. Either way it goes, somebody had to die. And you had to choose who would die. And so they applied that to the self-driving cars. And when they applied to the self-driving cars, now the car has to make that decision. It's why you don't see a whole bunch of self-driving on the cars on the road right now. It's not that they don't have the technology to do it. They have the technology to do it. The reason why you don't see it now is because they don't have the ability to control every vehicle. They believe that once they have the ability to control every vehicle, now they can control what other drivers are doing. So therefore, that scenario doesn't play out. But at the same time, in their studies, they disclosed that if 3 teenage boys were sitting on top of a bridge and they started to drop paper bags and plastic bags out into the roadway, the self-driving vehicle itself could not determine the difference between a paper bag, a plastic bag, and a child going across the street. And these are the people, and this is the technology that they want us all to succumb to. A bunch of damn crazy people. This is what they are. They're a bunch of damn crazy people. I mean, and that's what it is. But in their minds, we need to reduce traffic. And if we can reduce traffic, because there's all these open spaces on the road when you're driving. So it's a 5-lane highway, and we're not using the highways efficiently enough. And we need to use the highways more efficiently by removing humans, because humans are bad drivers according to them. If we could remove all humans from driving and then get all cars driving, then we could create a train of cars driving on the road, and it will make the highways more efficient. And I'm sitting out watching this, and I'm saying, I don't give a damn if the highways is more efficient. When I want to get my car and go where I want to go, I want to get my car and go where I want to go. Point blank, period. I have no problem with being an open space next to me, and I don't have no problem with sitting in traffic either. How many of y'all really got a problem with sitting in traffic when the option is lose control of your ability to move when you want to move and being monitored everywhere you want to go versus sitting in an hour of traffic? Which one do you guys choose? Let me think about it. Which one do you guys choose? Your ability to go where you want to go when you want to go, or reduce traffic? Hmm? Which one you want? I want to go where I want to go when I want to go there. Thank you. I choose freedom. I don't have no problem with sitting in no traffic. Kick back, turn on some music, relax your nerves. Talk on the phone, chop it up. Put your little speakerphone, chop it up with somebody. Oh no, they've invented public transportation, SIP A9. I agree with you. But that ain't good enough. Mm-mm. No, that ain't good enough. They want control where you go, what you do. It ain't about public transportation, it's about controlling where you go and what you do. And if you don't listen to what they say, then okay, you can't travel because we're not going to let you get one of our cars. Inherently, bro, in order for that to work, it ain't going to be your car. Because you can't take the chance of somebody tampering with the vehicle. For example, let's take me and GRT Truth in Christ. We chilling. We hop in a little traffic line, and they got all the automated cars. And we talking on the phone. And he's like, "Yo, man, we got to be there in 5 minutes." And then we hit the button, take off, hop in another lane, and go about our business. You can't have anybody out of order in order for their system to work. You did? Everybody got to be following. Everybody got to be on the same page. So therefore, nobody can own a vehicle. And that's how it's got to work. It's the only way that system works. They talk about 2050, 2060, they'll have this in place, and bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, whatever. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all want to get to work extra early? And one of the ways they sell it is, well, if we had this, it cuts down on drive time and in traffic, right? So you can get up later and get to work earlier. That's why if you notice, just start watching the news. They'll start talking about how bad traffic is everywhere. News reports on how inflation and high house prices are causing people to spend more time on the road than they're spending with their families and blah, 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 blah. Like, you can't fix inflation. No, because we ain't gonna fix inflation. We ain't gonna bring the housing prices down. Hell no. You're gonna get these self-driving cars. And you're gonna live outside the city. We're gonna be the kings in the city. But outside that city, inside that wall, you're gonna be the plebs living outside the city. And you're gonna commute in our vehicles and come to our jobs and work our jobs and do what we want you to do. And when you really look at it even deeper, you see two competing agendas. I mean, for example, one competing agenda. Urinal Harari says there's going to be more useless people. There's going to be two classes of people. There's going to be virtual gods and then useless people. But what the hell useless people need cars for? Unless you planning on killing off a whole bunch of people. Wait. Maybe that's what they're doing, huh? Maybe they're killing off everybody. And then Urano Havari says, we'll keep them happy with video games and drugs. That's the best we have for them right now. But at the same time, you over here telling me that there's too much traffic and that we need automated cars. See, it don't 1 + 1 don't equal 2. You know what I'm saying? It's some old 1 × 1 = 2. Some old Terrence Howard bullcrap. 1 × 1 = 2. And Terrence Howard, 1 × 1 = 2. Yeah. That's what it is. Some old backwards logic. That's all I'm trying to tell you. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Now I'm thinking, I'm finna call my homie and we finna go smoke cigars. Do I have my wallet? I got my wallet right there. I got my keys right there. I unlocked the office. Yeah. Could I do some more work? Then do I need to do some more work? I don't really need to do nothing. I could do things, but I don't need to do things. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see something. Can I do this while I'm on the phone with y'all? Okay. I don't know what it did, but we're gonna see. He gonna hit me back. That's gonna determine what I'm gonna do. Yeah. They're gonna be done doing things for the day. Yeah, that's because I was sending a text message. So when you effectively, bro, the smart cars turn into the Terminator. When you really look at it, the smart cars are now the Terminator, the first version of the Terminator, because it's got to make a decision as to who it's gonna kill. So right now, when you see somebody riding around in a Tesla, they're riding around in Terminator, the Knight Rider. You know what I'm saying? Except for Kit, the Knight Rider had some sense. But essentially, it's got to make a decision, especially if it's driving autonomously. And on top of that, them Tesla cars see spirits. I know y'all done seen the videos with the Teslas where people drive through a graveyard and freak themselves out because the Tesla see ghosts and spirits walking back and forth. If you ain't seen that, I put some shorts about that a while ago. That was maybe last year. I went into that. So yeah, man, everything that these people doing is out of order. 100% out of order. Thank you for the money, Josh. Millery. You're not that other Josh who was in here who was a jerk off. Jerk off Josh. You the good Josh. So yeah, it's one of them plays, man. It's wild out here in these streets. And I remember when my friend, I mean, this was a while ago, he got one of the very first Teslas. Hell. That was a fundraiser for. So she's been the mayor of New Orleans for 8 years. So that's been 8 years. The fundraiser that was 12 years ago, 13 years ago, when he got the first Tesla. Maybe 12 years ago, between 12 and 13 years ago. And I remember he got one of the first Tesla because he owns a livery company. Those of you don't know what a livery company is, it's a limousine company. And I remember getting in his Tesla. He was like, "Yeah, Jake, I'm gonna let it drive us over here." And I'm like, "No, you're not. No, you're not. Not with my life. No, you're not. I'm not gonna trust a robot to drive me anywhere." And he let the wheel go, and I grabbed the wheel. Let the wheel go, I grabbed the wheel. Let the wheel go, I grabbed the wheel. Man, stop pulling on my car. Man, you better keep your hands on this wheel. We're not doing this. Because even back then, it just didn't make sense to me. Like, how much convenience do you need? Truthfully, how much convenience do you need? How lazy can you be? You dig? How lazy can you freaking be? Normally, he hit me back real quick, so we might not be doing no cigar smoking today. You may not be doing them, but I'm going to go do my own smoking then. All right, guys, I'm about to hop off here. I got a decision to make. Do I keep on working, or do I sit back and enjoy the fruits of my labor? That's a tough decision to make. It's a tough decision to make. Look up the EMF detection of Teslas. Tell me what the EMF detection is in the Teslas. I know what Jesus is gonna tell me. He's gonna tell me you get off work at 5. You got other stuff you need to do because work can't be your God. I already know what he's gonna tell me. The debate is, am I getting off an hour early or not? Well, the electric scooter thing, Lori, that is a part of Agenda 2021 or 2030, where they have bike lanes and scooters everywhere, um, so people can ride their bikes and ride scooters back and forth to work. It never really works out in real urban areas because they start stealing the scooters, selling off the parts, popping the GPS systems off of them. The electronic bikes go missing. That, so many of the things that the globalists have plans to do, because they've allowed society to degrade to the point to where it's gotten to, they'll never work. That's like in the UK. They have those carbon capture cameras that as you drive by, it takes a photograph of your vehicle and measures the amount of carbon that your vehicle is emitting in the air, which I don't know how the hell you're going to do that, how that's going to work. But people just going over there cutting them things down. They call the Blade Runners. And so people should go, zip, cut it down, broad daylight with a mask on, cut it down and go about their business. So it really doesn't make sense. I mean, the plans don't make sense because it's like they work against themselves when they do stuff. It's really insane. Yeah, maybe we could just get rid of cows. Yeah, that's Bill Gates' job. Hey, man, I think I told y'all this. I touched on this in a video. Appeal and organic peel. If you go in the grocery store and you see the Appeal label, APEEL on your fruit, or organic peel or organic peel, do not buy that. That is Bill Gates coded fruit. And there's videos all over the internet showing you what happens to that fruit. And it was put on there to preserve the fruit and keep the fruit alive longer. But when people open the avocados, when you open the avocado, you should be able to like dig a fork or spoon into the avocado and scoop it out. They can't even, it's like rubber. And then when you do the deep dive study on it, I'm pretty sure that's in the video that drops tomorrow, maybe the day after, tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening. When they did a deep dive study on it, the chemicals inside of it cause intestinal cancer. Intestinal cancer, bladder cancer, colon cancer. I tell you, if there's any person that's a lizard, it's old Bill. It's out of that, or he didn't get none. I mean, he didn't. Girls, y'all did Bill wrong. He didn't get none when he was in high school, and so he just want to kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? He was a fistine his whole life. He was a fistine, and so because he was a fistine, and his girlfriend name was Fistina, He trying to kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just keeping it real. All right, I'm gone.